Loud and go.
Yeah, I'm so excited to be here with you this morning for me and in the evening for you to
Yeah.
to really talk about foundations of life coaching, the incredible, powerful, transformational course that you and the Goddess Temple are offering this summer. This really wonderful 20-hour, 7-week training. And today I just wanted to get together so we could talk about it more. And for anyone that's interested but isn't quite sure or still on the edge or knows that they have gifts that they want to share, that they know they want to take the next step in their life, as the energy right now, it's kind of feeling like the dawn of a new era, and it really feels like this new chapter. And so for anyone that is really feeling that and really wanting to connect to themselves and to understand their mind and to really learn practical and powerful tools of how they can hold space for themselves and others, and understand that our mind helps us drive our life. This is the course for it. And I'm so passionate about it and so excited that we're both leading this together, the Goddess Temple and you, because it's even more dear to my heart as I actually took the course. And that's why today it's going to be really special just to get together and talk about our experiences and how we met even, and where my life has gone since I took the course.
Wow, I'm so excited for this conversation. It's so much fun. Wow. Thank you for the introduction, and especially for the introduction of the course. It makes me so excited that this is more women are going to be receiving this training, this information, this experience. Yeah, I think it's going to be amazing, and I think the time really is so powerful right now, and it's 3 years since the first one, and so much has changed in the world. You know, like, and in ourselves, like, it's insane. 3 years, 2020, and it's going down. It's going, like, it's all happening.
And it really does feel like this course is inviting this light army of women to come together, band together, and we're empowering ourselves, and then in that way we're going to empower others as well. And 2020 is the year where we start and we carry that on.
Totally. I feel like right now, at this point in, like, human evolution, there is no more, like, faking it. There is no more faking it. There's no more, like, hiding behind, like, I'm not good enough, I'm so small, like, I don't know anything, or I can't do that, or, like, it's going to become too painful for people to dim their light, especially when, like, things are getting so heightened, you know, like the contrast that we're seeing is so heightened. It's like going to be impossible to contain the truth of who we are, you know, and the unique gifts that we each have. So I think that this course is really, I hope it's going to help a lot of women who are feeling that call right now. Yeah,
definitely. And in saying that really reminds me of my experience, because that was my reality when I lived in London, and I was dimming my light, and that was the reason why I suffered so badly with my eating disorder, because it kept me small and it kept me in that dark place. And I knew that I was different, and I knew that I went through that experience to really relearn who Georgia Barnett is, and in that way I knew that I had that experience to help other women. And it was time to remove this mask that I was hiding behind, and that I was in that robot mode of working in an office, you know, for this women's health magazine that I thought was my dream role, but I was still a robot every day, waking up, going to the office. No one would really speak to each other, mundane tasks. I'm working for somebody else. I'm not fulfilling my soul. I was sucking my soul. And it that turning point where I thought, yeah, you know what? It's time to remove that mask. It's time to get out of that rat race and not try and fit in this mold that's actually keeping me stuck in this eating disorder because it's so uncomfortable, you know. And it reached that peak, and And that's kind of what it feels like right now, that the world is reaching that peak where it's actually too uncomfortable to stay in that place. And Israel is this melting pot for that. And yeah, we were talking about it before when I arrived, and I knew that I wanted to be this coach, but I didn't quite know how. And your website just popped up somewhere on Facebook, and I was like, who is Stephanie Lynn? Because I need to either be her or meet her in some way.
So for those who don't know, who are watching this, Georgia's in Tel Aviv, Israel right now. I met Georgia when I was living in Tel Aviv for 3 years. And then I moved away from Tel Aviv to New York. And now I'm in Hawaii. So we're crisscrossing the globe.
Yeah, always, but our paths are always intertwined. And it was really powerful, because the first time we ever met was when you, as a coach, really wanted to understand women that had suffered with eating disorders and body image issues, and how that's really affected our lives.
So many clients that had that history. It's not my specialty. It still is not my specialty, but I knew like I wanted to just gather more data basically to help me, you know, be a better coach. So yeah, you were one of maybe about 8 women I talked to like during that 2-month period or something.
Wow, and that's incredible that you did understand more. Yeah, and you put out that on Facebook, a post that you wanted to speak to people that suffered with eating disorders, and it was still, I was new in Israel, and it was still something that was a bit shameful for me, and that I hadn't really come to grips with or understood. I'd only just left therapy, and I hadn't really kind of downloaded it. And speaking to you that day, we met in the park, and I just told you my story, and that was so powerful. And it was this release, and I felt safe that I could share it with you. And I really did come to that understanding that I've had this experience for a purpose, and what now? Like, because I need to do something with it. And then when your foundations of coaching came about, that was it. It was like, this is the key to open those doors for me. This is that catalyst that's really going to start that momentum and going to help me understand myself more, so that then I can help others and hold space for other people. And it was really, it's exactly what it says. It was those foundations. It was really grounding. It was planting those seeds, and it definitely changed my life in that way.
Yeah, it was such an amazing group of you. Like, there were 10 of you, and it was just a really beautiful. I'm just getting so many memories of each and every person. It's just amazing. And I know this new group that we're calling in, and like, you know, this time I'm calling people in with the help of like you and Ashley and Rachel and the Goddess Temple community. And so I just feel like our light is being amplified, and like every person that is touched, like they go on to touch so many people. And like, I feel the planet just really lighting up with people who are starting to know who they really are, you know, and starting to be able to master themselves, like to really understand like how the mind works. You know, we were not taught how to think. You know, we didn't understand how powerful our consciousness is, you know, and now is the time that it's either we wake up to that, or literally like we destroy ourselves completely. I don't think it's going to go in that direction. So that just means like, let's do the work, you know, like let's wake up, and then let's help other people wake up, and then like, let's enjoy this beautiful, amazing planet. It's so beautiful, you know?
For sure. And I just think it's so incredible that you are offering this opportunity for women to step into their light, and giving them this chance to be able to do that. And that's truly incredible. And yeah, cultivating each and every woman that joins the course, cultivating this really special, powerful group. And it is really, really transformational when it is a group experience, and allowing women to really get to know themselves. And it's true, exactly like what you say. We're not taught to understanding that our thoughts are not facts, and other people's opinions of us are not what is real. And, you know, that was kind of one of the first lessons that we learned, that, oh, wait, so if I'm thinking this doesn't actually mean that it's true. And understanding that my thoughts then cause my feelings, which are these vibrations in my body. And when I had an eating disorder, that's what I wanted to avoid so much. I wanted to eat to like numb that pain, or run away from the feelings. But you know, in that first lesson, when we learned that it's my thoughts that are causing those feelings, it was like, wait, Steph, you're telling me that I have the power over my own thoughts? Like, how cool is that? And yeah, we're not taught that. So that was in the first lesson, mind blowing in itself.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so many things I'm excited to teach in the course. There's a whole description for anyone who's interested. You can check that out. Is there anything else you think people would love to have illuminated through us talking?
Something that I want to talk about my own experience is like I did it 3 years ago, and it really was that foundation for me. And so maybe some women might ask, kind of, what can I do next after the course? Well, it really did give me practical tools. I still use the content that you gave me. I still refer back to the course. I'm still working on it on myself, doing thought work and model work, and constantly doing the work on myself so that I can be a strong coach and strong space holder. So it's something that you always have, and it really opens many doors. And so after that course, I also did a health coaching course, and then I really understood that my niche, or my gifts, are using my own experiences to work with women that have suffered from eating disorders and body image issues, and to understand their worth now, and that they are powerful, beautiful, incredible women now, and not because of what the scale says or when they reach an unachievable goal, and understanding that our body is our best friend now. And that was an incredible realization during the course, that I knew I wanted to be that. And then after that, then I did a body confidence coaching course that I could really, really strengthen my tools and my knowledge. And so that really was the foundation for me of understanding the coach that I wanted to be. So if anyone wants to know kind of what can I do after, well, you will leave really being a space holder already. And then it's just how you want to add to your repertoire and how you want to expand.
Yes. I mean, basically how I operate as a coach and a teacher is, it's just anything that I have experienced myself, you know, like I've literally experienced the intricacies of it. I've felt the different transformations and healing, like through my own experience. That is the only way I feel, you know, I can pass this on to another person. Otherwise there's nothing to connect on. There's no truth to connect on. And so I think that really this course is for everyone to learn all these things about the mind, about how emotions work, about trauma, about holding space, about blaming others, and how to forgive, like all these different topics, about ancestors, like all that stuff, to have that experience of having realizations on one's own, feeling shifts in mindset on one's own, having emotional processing take place. Like all these experiences is what makes a person then able to share it with others. That's what really, you know, we're doing. We're sharing and we're guiding someone through a process, but we have no idea what the process is going to be like for them, because they're a totally different person. But we do know the processes. We do know some concepts, like some fundamental laws of the way things operate. And like I don't know, I keep putting my hands like this because I feel like it's like we're a mirror or a crystal, as well as like I feel the feminine energy of like holding space. And one of my teachers, who's a male teacher, family constellations teacher, therapist, he always talks about how every therapist, man or woman, needs to have this nurturing quality, you know, because it's just part of how healing and transformation happens. So,
and sorry to go on. I think that for me as well, doing the, meeting you that first time and talking to you about my story, and then taking the course, I understood that, kind of talking about my story and being raw and real and authentic and about my experiences and my traumas, that is what helps me relate to other clients. And it also makes others feel safe to be able to share their story as well. And so that's so powerful in itself. And that, I would say, for any women wondering, kind of, it does allow you to be more open, be more in touch with yourself. And again, it's like we're turning on this button and we're relearning so much about ourselves when we've kind of been in this robot mode for a really long time, or not understood, or thinking that we can't create the life that we want, but we can create the life that we want. And that's so so that's really exciting. And how powerful is that feminine energy,
Yeah. Wow. So I want to talk about some like hesitations people might have in joining. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, actually, I've been having a lot of conversations with different women. Some of them like, this is really the right thing for, and so hopefully, they'll be coming in soon. And then there are some women who are sort of on the fence in terms of not quite knowing how to evaluate if this is the right time, and I think for some, timing truly might not be right. For example, if you can't devote the energy to this process, which is 2 hours a week for 7 weeks, and then I would say another couple of hours during the week to sort of just work with the material. There's also a one-on-one session included with me. There's 3 practice hours that are required. So it definitely requires a lot. And that's because this is a program that's meant to transform from within, as well as have practical application. So not only are we going to be working on ourselves, but you're also going to be thinking about how to best serve who you want to serve, how to best serve your community, your people. So it's going to require passion, inspiration, effort, focus, commitment. So I would say in terms of timing, like that's the most important thing. I would say more of like a ghost concern for some people I'm speaking to and who might be watching this would be the idea that I don't know if I'm ready to start working with people, and they want to know if they can be ready at the end of the course to start working with people. And I would say that yes, the course is designed for you to be ready to work with people by the end of it. However, it's going to be your own process. Like, what does it take for you to feel confident enough to share that you're offering coaching services? How long does it take you to overcome any limiting beliefs that might have to do with, I don't know, technology or social media or something like that? So in that sense, I can't guarantee when, anyone who takes the course might start offering their work and getting paid for it. But as far as the foundational tools and understanding, as well as personal transformation that's necessary to be a coach, like that's in place. So that's why it's called Foundations of Coaching. So hopefully that clarifies a bit.
I just want to say, I think that's such an important point, because yes, in order to be a coach, you really do have to do the self-work, and this course really enables you and offers you those tools and understanding to really understand our mind and to really give us the opportunity to do the work on ourselves. And that is that foundation. That's where we have to start, with us.
Yeah, totally. And then significant part of the course is, well, actually the whole course is with the knowing in mind that you're going to be working with people. So to me, that provides the fire for the program, because I think sometimes when we just do things for pure personal development, like, I don't know, because we're so connected to others. Like, I think the knowing that this is going to help others is such a motivation as well. So I think that's also what makes this course so much fun, because I just notice people get excited when they're thinking about how to work with other people and how to help people. Like, we're humans. Like, I think humans are very compassionate, and like, we love each other. Like, we love connection. So I think that's a really fun part of this too.
Definitely. I remember that feeling. I remember at the end of every session, and that excitement that yes, I know, I do. I want to work with people. I want to find these women. Who can I help? And yeah, it's so exciting. And again, exactly, it's in your own time. And it took me 3 years, but it was 3 years of more transformation and really getting closer to understanding who my client is and who I want to work with, and understanding my gifts and using my gifts, holding space more and leading women's circles, moon circles, women's retreats, and just strengthening that passion.
Totally. Like, all the experiences that we have just like enrich us so much, so that when it's time, like, we're ready. We're really ready to give what we have to give from our own experiences. It took me several years too, because I transitioned out of academia. So that was like very huge to just like totally leave a path, and then totally enter unknown territory, like coaching, like healing, teaching. Well, teaching, I have a little bit of experience, but giving workshops and like website and, charging money and organizing, like all that stuff. Like, it's a journey, and different for every person. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I also want to reflect back that for me, it wasn't just doing foundations of life coaching, but it was also doing that course with you. And you really are such an incredible teacher, and you have had so many clients and really understand different people and human nature and how to hold space. And, you were my life coach as well, and still are. If I'm ever like, Steph, can we have a session? And I always leave feeling empowered and back to myself. And, you really do have this gift. And so it's doubly as exciting and transformational, as powerful, that you are taking this course. And maybe I don't think it's from a biased place, but I'm biased because I'm obsessed with you, and I was from the first day I saw your website. But no, you really are such an incredible coach and healer. And so anyone that is joining this course, I'm so excited for them to get to learn from you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. I'm excited too.
And what advice would you give to somebody that really feels like it's for them, and it's really spoken to them, and they're on the edge and they know they want to do it, but maybe they are just not quite there?
Like I said, if the time factor and the energy factor are there, and that's available, then it's really just about them taking the leap, like just having the courage and just having the faith that if their heart is telling them, like, this feels right, this feels exciting, especially if it feels exciting, then I would highly recommend getting on the phone with one of us so we can talk about it and really make sure. But you can never go wrong when you follow your heart. So
yeah. Aho to that.
Aho.
Yeah, following our hearts.
Yeah. So we're gonna put the links to the website here, all the information, and
yes, all the information's on the website, which is so exciting. And it's not long now.
I know.
Mid-July.
Yeah.
Very exciting. And it's going to be a really powerful group experience as well.
Totally. Like, I'm so curious to see what the full group is going to look like coming together. Yeah, it's going to be amazing. Yay. Thank you for having this conversation with me.
Thank you for being here. It's always such a pleasure, and I can't wait for women that are excited for this course to watch this and yeah, really feel that hot excitement and want to take that leap. And if anyone has any more questions, then feel free to send us a message, and we're here to answer any questions that you have. But thank you so much for being here, Steph. It's always a pleasure. And even though we're kind of 11-hour difference, I still feel so close to you.
Hours difference. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Love you.
Love you.